Hi, I'm Guna Mathivanan. Welcome to Simply Current Affairs. In today's video, we are going to discuss our 7th Current Affairs Hitlist topic targeting Prelims 2026. In this video, we are going to discuss a lot of static content as well. I will be explaining about UNCLOS, I will be explaining about what is this high waters, territorial waters, exclusive economic zone, contiguous zone, continental shelf. I will also explain about seafloor spreading, what is this hydrothermal vent, what is this oceanic ridges. So all these things we'll be discussing. So please watch this video till the end. Friends, we have launched our current affairs program targeting our 2026 civil service examination. In this program, we will be discussing 1000 plus topics in detail, and in each topic, wherever possible, I will be giving you static linkage as well. This program includes detailed discussion on economic survey and budget, and every class will be followed by a test. So to know more information about this program, you can click the link given in the description, or you can visit our website www.simplycurrentaffairs.com. And from tomorrow, 15th of October, I'm starting my economics full course program targeting Prelims 2026. In this program, we will be discussing all the essential Prelims topics in detail, plus 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th NCERT will be discussed. And this program includes 4 economy sectional tests and survey budget discussion, plus 1 year economy current affairs will be covered. So to know more about this program as well, you can click the link given in the description, or you can visit our website www.simplycurrentaffairs.com. Right. So now we will move on to our today's hit list topic. See, let me start this discussion by explaining this UN Convention on Laws of Seas. UNCLOS. First, we will try to understand this. In the year 1982, a UN convention was signed. UN Convention on Laws of Seas. See, to ensure freedom of navigation in the ocean waters, this treaty, this convention came into force. See, there are a lot of countries which has immediate access to the oceans and seas. Their rights has to be clearly defined. Only then the navigation can become more easier. Okay, so what is the right of India in the oceans? What is the rights of America in the oceans? So only when that rights are clear, then the trade, navigation or other exploration in the waters can be made peaceful. So this UNCLOS defined the rights of the countries in the waters. Okay, so let me explain that. Very easy, but people often get confused. Let me come up with a diagram. Okay, so these blue zigzag lines, these are oceans which you have to believe, no other choice. Okay, so this region is the land region. Okay, this is the land region. Okay, this is the land region. Now, the line which I am drawing here, that will be called as baseline. That will be called as baseline. Now, the water which is intruding into the land area, that I am calling it as internal waters. That I am calling it as internal waters. Now, from this baseline, 12 nautical miles from the baseline, which is called as territorial waters. Territorial waters, and from the territorial waters, you draw another 12 nautical mile distance, and this region is called as contiguous water. Contiguous water. Okay, see, 1 nautical mile is roughly 1.8 kilometers. So 12 nautical miles, you can calculate what will be the distance in terms of kilometers. Now, from the baseline, 200 nautical miles. Okay, from the baseline, 200 nautical miles is referred as exclusive economic zone. Now, beyond this 200 nautical miles, that region is called as high seas. All these UN clauses defining. UN Convention on Laws of Seas, it is defining. Okay, so I will draw one more pic here. So let's take India, the coastal side of India. So from India, 12 nautical miles, this region is called as territorial waters. Another 12 nautical miles, this region is called as contiguous waters. Now from the baseline, draw 200 nautical miles. Okay, 200 nautical miles. That region is called as exclusive economic zone. Now beyond this 200 nautical miles, that is called as high seas. Okay, but understand this 200 nautical miles, that will be called as exclusive economic zone. Beyond that only we will have high seas. Okay, this is what I have explained here as well. Now, in the territorial waters, the coastal state will have territorial powers. They will have complete sovereignty. That means here, in this territorial waters, in this region, India can enact laws. That is something like India's land only. Extension of India's land only. So the 12 nautical mile from the baseline of Indian land border, that 12 nautical miles, that is completely for India. That region is for India. Okay, now beyond that we have the next level, that is called as the contiguous water. So this contiguous water is where the rights of the coastal state is limited. Okay, territorial waters you will have absolute rights. In contiguous waters the rights are limited. So the state if the state perceives some threat for the nation, if the states perceive some threat for the nation, in that situation this contiguous waters can be controlled. But territorial waters has the highest power for the state, that keep it in mind. Now coming to this exclusive economic zone, that is 200 nautical miles. So take the case of India. So this entire region, 200 nautical miles, this region also. So whatever resources available, be it fishes, oil, natural gas, or any other minerals, everything, whatever present, that is exclusive for India. That is why it is called as exclusive economic zone. Okay, so any country, coastal country, right, up to 12 nautical miles from the land border, territorial waters, absolute power. Beyond that, another 12 nautical mile, limited power. Right, from the land boundary till 200 nautical miles, exclusive economic zone, all the resources for you. Only resources, okay, you cannot control anything else, only resources. But beyond this high seas, this high seas is for all the countries. Whether the country has access to the water, that's something immaterial. The high seas is for all the countries. Any country can come and do any kind of research, exploration, fishing activity, anything they can do. No problem, sir. Okay, so for example, in this high seas, America can also come and do something. Japan also can come and do something. High seas is open to all. Right? Clear? So all these are defined by this UNCLOS 1982. But now imagine in the high seas, if many countries, more than one country show interest in one particular point. Okay, so there is one particular region in the Indian Ocean region near the Arabian Sea, imagine. Okay, now in that one point, if many countries, China is showing interest, America is showing interest, France is showing interest, that is going to create chaos. So, to avoid or to organize, to regulate the activities in the high seas, this UNCLOS only created an authority called as International Seabed Authority. International Seabed Authority. So this it regulates the activities in the high seas. So any country when they want to do some kind of research, some kind of exploration, some kind of resource extraction in the high sea, they have to first get approved from the International Seabed Authority. Able to understand? So within the exclusive economic zone, that is for India, in the case of India. Beyond exclusive economic zone, even if India wants to do something in the Indian Ocean, India has to go and approach the International Seabed Authority, get it approved, and only then they can do any kind of exploration. So why this topic was in news? Recently, India has signed a contract with International Seabed Authority for what? For exploring 10,000 square kilometers of area in the Carlsberg Ridge region. Okay, so India is going to explore polymetallic sulphide. I'll explain about this polymetallic sulphide a short while from now. So the point is, in high seas only, India has got a contract signed to explore 10,000 square kilometer of area in this Carlsberg region for exploring polymetallic sulphides. Okay, what is special about it? The specialty is India is the first country to sign 2 contracts for such exploration. So in the year 2016 only, India first time to explore this polymetallic sulphides, India for the first time signed a contract with International Seabed Authority, and now second time also for similar exploration but in different region. Previously in the Central Indian Ocean region, okay, India got permission, and now in the Carlsberg Ridge region, India has got permission for the second time. The beauty or the significant thing about this topic is India is the first country to achieve that second contract for similar polymetallic sulphide exploration. That is why this topic assumes more significance. So, where is this Carlsberg region, sir? So, here this is the Carlsberg Ridge. This is the Carlsberg Ridge. So, where is this ridge exactly located? It is located between the Somalian plate and the Indian Ocean plate. So, this is the Indian Ocean plate. See, ridge is nothing but a small elevation, a continuous narrow hill, we can say, under the water. Here in this context, it refers to the continuous small hill or mountain-like structure formed inside the waters. Okay, where it is formed? It is formed between the Somalian plate and the Indian Ocean plate. See what happens, how that region was formed. We will try to understand. So one side we have Somalian plate, another side we have Indian plate. Now when these plates diverge, what happens? Now these plates are moving apart. Okay. So it has moved apart, Indian plate. Now what happens is, now beneath these plates, below these plates, we have molten magma. We have this molten magma. So that molten magma that is going to come out. That molten magma will be coming out. Alright. So this is going to come out, this is going to get solidified, and that eventually forms a ridge. See, this diverging of these two plates is not going to be a one-time event. It is going to happen again and again and again slowly. So slowly the magma is going to come out. And those magma, hot molten magma, when it comes out, it gets solidified and it forms a ridge-like structure. Okay, and you have to understand these molten magma beneath the plates. We have this molten magma which are rich in minerals. So actually what happens, just visualize what I am trying to say. What happens is, when these plates, when they diverge. So don't think that it is going to diverge very fastly. Slowly first some cracks will form. Slowly it is going to diverge. So now what happens? Just watch this image. So when there is cracks, this is ocean. From this ocean, the cold water will be entering into the cracks. It will be entering into the cracks. Now the cold water, when it enters into the crack, when it reaches the molten magma, the temperature will be very, 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 very high. The cold ocean waters, it goes deep inside, it reaches the molten magma. In the molten magma, the magma temperature is very, very high. So automatically these waters will start boiling. So these water will become hot waters. The cold water enters the crack, reaches the molten magma, where it gets the heat, it becomes hot waters. Now these hot waters, these boiling waters will act like a chemical solvent. See here we have these are nothing but below the plate, the earth, below the plate, the earth. These are rocks. These are rocks. Okay. Now these hot waters will leach these rocks. These rocks are minerals, mineral deposits. So what happens? These hot waters will be leaching. These hot waters that will be leaching all the minerals. It will be leaching all the minerals. So the hot water, what went inside as a water, now it is a liquid containing lot of minerals. Okay, so now it becomes a liquid containing lot of minerals. Now you have to understand the ocean has a very low temperature. Very low temperature, okay, freezing cold. Now these hot waters which contains the mineral deposits, these hot waters has very high temperature. So the cold water will have high density and the hot waters will be having very low density. Because of this density difference, the hot waters will be erupting outside. That will be erupting outside. Try to imagine there are two plates. When these two plates diverges, cracks are formed. Above my hands, above the plates you have cold freezing waters. Below my hand you have molten magma at very hot temperatures. So now what happens? When there is a crack, the water will go deep inside. It goes deep inside and it touches the molten magma. It becomes more hotter. The hot water will be leaching the mineral deposits below the ocean plate. So the hot water now will contain mineral deposits also. So now imagine the density of the waters. The ocean is cold, higher density. The bottom waters, now it is hot with lower density. Density difference will make the lower density hot water to come outside. It comes outside as hot geysers. It comes outside as hot geysers. When it comes outside, lot of mineral deposits. So like it is shown in the figure, the water comes outside and it comes up with a lot of mineral deposits. Alright, so if you take these ridges here, where the ridges will be formed in this region, you will find the ridges. So the plate is getting diverged. The magma comes outside. It forms the ridges. The entire ridge itself is mineral deposit, and not just that. I also said the cold water goes inside. It goes inside and it reaches the magma. It becomes hot water. It will leach the surface rocks, and that mixed liquid is going to come out, erupt out. It is going to erupt out. It is going to come as geysers, hot geysers, and we are going to find a lot of mineral deposits in this region. So this ridge and the associated regions, nearby only will have a lot of cracks. Nearby only will have a lot of hydrothermal vents. From there only all the minerals is going to come out. So that entire region is rich in so much of minerals. What type of minerals? All these are critical minerals. Critical minerals. So in India, in the Indian land, we do not have sufficient critical minerals. Okay, but these polymetallic sulphides are nothing but some potato-shaped nodules which will have a lot of critical minerals fused together. So in this region, you have mineral abundance, and that region India has got an opportunity to explore. So if we are able to explore it well, if we are able to extract all those minerals, that will help us in ensuring critical mineral security. Alright? So that is the significant aspect of this topic. Clear? Now you, after listening to this video, please take your geography book, study more about seafloor spreading, understand more about these tectonic plates. So whenever you read current affairs, this is how you get a linkage to the static area and strengthen the static area parallelly. Right? So yes, I hope you got clarity on the topic what we discussed today. So now, based on our discussion, you set a multiple choice question and leave it in the comment section. Okay. So as in the previous videos, as you are doing, you continue here as well, so that everyone will get benefited. Right. So the slides, everything will be available for you. You can download it from the description. So about UNCLOS I have given. Territorial sea, contiguous zone, exclusive economic zone, high sea, continental shelf. Continental shelf is nothing but the extension of land area under the water. Okay, that is what is continental shelf. Everything will be defined. Okay, land, baseline, territorial sea, 12 nautical miles, contiguous zone, 12 nautical mile. The 200 nautical miles from the baseline is called as exclusive economic zone. Beyond that, high seas. So all these things I have explained already. What is this International Seabed Authority? Was set up in the year 1994. Okay, so it will play as a regulatory role, and any extraction, actual extraction to happen, the interested explorers, they must first apply and get a license from the International Seabed Authority. So why UNCLOS? India has won a 15-year contract, 10,000 square kilometer area. First country to hold 2 contracts for polymetallic sulphide exploration. Right. So what is this polymetallic sulphide? I have explained. These are deposits on ocean floor. Alright. I have also explained about the hydrothermal vent, okay, from which the gases comes out along with minerals. So what is this Carlsberg ridge? That also I have explained. So Indian plate, Somali plate. So that when it pulls apart, the molten magma comes out and ridges has formed. Right, you can download this material from the description. Right friends, I will see you with another current affairs Hitlist topic. Till then, bye. Take care from Guna Mathivanan.